Hello everyone, I hope you are doing great. Peace be upon you all. Peace. A very relaxing word actually, especially these days when we are overwhelmed with stress and anxiety. And that's why I have chosen today to talk about a very big issue, which is the chronic stress, or what we call the negative stress. Some of you may ask, is there a positive stress if we have a negative stress then? Yes, we have a positive stress and we have the negative stress. And if you want to know the difference between both of them, both of the negative and the positive stress, stay with us. We will talk about each one in detail. Okay, so first of all, the stress. What is the stress in general? Stress is a natural thing. It's a natural feeling. It is born with us as human beings. So as human being, we are all born with stress. No one of us born without stress. It is born with us as human being. For example, if suppose a person came across a snake, the first thing or the first impression that he would have is to be stressed, to be panicked, or to be excited about the snake. So that will lead him either to fight the snake or to run away. And that's the positive stress. The positive stress is the one that helps us sense the danger, sense the challenge before us. Because if we don't have stress, we'll not experience the challenge. Okay, we'll not experience the challenge, and we will not sense the challenge and the danger that is around us and that is in front of us. So stress makes us react, makes us either fight the snake or run away, either fight, change the situation, or flight. That's what we call the fight or flight system. Okay, so either we fight the situation, either we change the situation, or either we fly, we run away. Okay, and that's what we call the positive stress. Now let us move to talk about the negative stress, or what we call the chronic stress. The chronic stress actually is not like the positive stress that we have talked about. The chronic stress is a long-term stress, meaning that it lasts for a long period of time actually. It may last for months, for years, and sometimes it may not end. It really affects us in all sorts of ways, covering from our thinking to our body. Yes, that's right, because when you get stressed, your brain automatically sends signs to your adrenal glands, and they immediately release the hormones of stress, which are the cortisol and the adrenaline, and that's implicated in a really quite serious health problems such as diabetes, the decrease of the immune system, blood pressure, and other heart disease. So it's really quite serious health problem actually. So the question here is how to overcome this big issue, which is the chronic stress. There are some techniques actually, there are some ways that you can use to really reduce this chronic stress, or sometimes to overcome it. And some of the ways that we can use to really overcome this situation is first to identify your stressors, to identify what makes you really stressed, to know really the problem. And one of the ways also is to follow the 4 A's. What is the 4 A's? The 4 A's are to avoid, to alter, to adapt, or to accept. These are the 4 A's, and you will see each one of them. Okay, so let us start first with to avoid. What is to avoid? To avoid is to learn how to say no. We should really know how to say no to the things that stress us out in our life. We should know our limits and stick to them, whether be it in our personal or professional life, because taking more than we can handle is really a surefire recipe for stress. So we should really distinguish between the shoulds and the musts, and there is a difference between the two. The things that we should do are not the same that the thing that we must do. So say no to the things that stresses you out. Say no to your negative thoughts. Say no to the thinking that make you tense. Say no to the people that stresses you out in your life. If someone is consistently causes stress in your life, limit the amount of time you spend with that person, or even end the relationship. So just take the step. Another way to deal with stress is to alter the stressful situation if you cannot avoid it. For example, if you cannot avoid your thoughts that comes to your mind constantly, you can change them to other thoughts, to other positive thoughts. For example, if you cannot avoid the person that comes and make you anxious, you can change the situation. You can try to assert your feeling and try to convince him that his behavior is not that appropriate. He must change his behavior. So we can avoid, we can alter, and we can also adapt to the stressors. How? Just by simply asking ourselves how important it will be in the long run. Will it matter in a month or in a year? Is it really worth getting upset over? If the answer is no, so then we shall focus our time and energy elsewhere. We can adapt to the stressors also by practicing gratitude. Whenever we feel stressed, we can just try to reflect on all the things that we have and appreciate them in our life, including the memories, our family members, qualities, and there are a lot of things that we can appreciate in this life. You can just take a piece of paper and a pen and you can jot down, what am I grateful for today? What am I grateful for? And what are the things that I cannot live without? What are the things that make me laugh? What are the things that make me happy? Don't forget to write them down all and try to appreciate them all. And finally, sometimes the only way to deal with stress is through acceptance. To accept things as they are, things that we cannot change. Stressors such as a serious illness or a death of a loved one. We cannot prevent or change these stressors, but the only way to cope with them is to accept them as they are. Acceptance, yes, may be difficult, but in the long run, it's easier than railing against a situation we cannot change. So guys, now as we have discovered the difference between the positive stress and the negative stress, as well as the techniques and the ways that we can use to overcome this big and very dangerous issue, which is stress, because we are all victims of stress, especially these days. I really wish that this video will help you overcome stress in your life, enjoy your life, have a peaceful mind that can allow you to live peacefully and enjoy life as much as you can. I wish you a good day, Eid Mubarak, and thank you for watching. Goodbye and see you soon.